the longer it went, for myself, it became more that he fit the profile of what we were looking for. You know, when you start checking all the different boxes of what you wanted, he was checking all those boxes. And I think he's an incredible man. I've gotten to know him over the course of time, more as a person that supported me from an assistant athletic director standpoint. But he was just a unique individual, and as I said earlier, he's a team guy. When you think about Alan, he's all about the team. And this now is his team, and he will do an outstanding job. And I think a lot of people will rally around him, especially the student athlete. And there's a lot of different directions you go as an athletic director, I guess. So he's going to be involved in a lot of those different things. But I think it's so critical that players, both men and women players, student athletes, be able to identify with him, and they can do that. They can look and say, I can dream big, and I can become that.
And Mark, you started to lean on Alan a little bit in the later stages of your career, right? As an administrator, what kind of things did you see in him that you went to? I think facilities you kind of worked on with him and so forth.
Patience, intuition, patience. He's for you. He really doesn't have any ulterior motives behind the scene that I've seen. He's for you. It's, okay, how can I help you get better? How can I help you move your program forward? I think in talking to Coach Tucker, I think that those are some of the things that he felt as well. As I said earlier, the more you looked at all the different prospects and started checking the boxes and trying to fit people in different boxes, what's important here, it was very important to me that, and you know, I didn't make this decision. You know, all we did was make recommendations. But I think it was very important that I recommended a guy that could work with donors, could work with board of trustees, could work with coaches, could work with student athletes. I think you start checking the boxes, he sort of fit the mold. As you grew up in athletics, I could just speak of my own transition from a player to a GA to assistant coach, coordinator, head coach. Are you ever really ready? You know, there's going to be things that you experience for the first time. You're going to learn from those things. But if you can lead, great things are possible, and I think he can lead. I've always felt that he could lead. So.
Could I also ask you one quick one about Coach Tucker and just what you think he's done with the place since?
Yeah, I think Mel's done a great job. He's very innovative, motivated. He's an extremely hard worker. He's an excellent football coach. You know, I spent time with him obviously at Ohio State, obviously at Michigan State too. Excellent football coach, fast learner, puts players in the right position to be successful. And I was thrilled for him in terms of what went down on this past Friday night, and I'm looking forward to the future.
What about his sort of openness to having you around and just your relationship with him and former players?
Yeah.
He seems to sort of wrap his arm around the history of the program. Obviously, that's you as well.
Yeah, and I'm very appreciative of that, and because I want to be around Michigan State, I want to be around Michigan State football, so very appreciative of that. That's not the norm sometimes, so very appreciative of that and honored to be a part of the programs forever.
Earlier you said you made a recommendation for Alan Haller. To whom did you make that recommendation? Donors and so forth, people you've been in contact with?
No, I'm just talking about it on the advisory board.
Okay.
As being on that board, you know, recommendations to the president.
Okay.
How important do you think that is to this role, to have someone who genuinely understands what it means to be a Spartan?
Well, I think it makes it a destination job for him. And there's no question in my mind that as you build continuity in anything that you do, you get better. So he's been here in a lot of different facets throughout his time here: player, police officer, assistant athletic director, deputy athletic director, now athletic director. So he'll be able to take all those experiences and bring those forward into positional leadership. And I'm just so excited for him. And I just know he'll do a great job because he cares. Because he cares, and because, as you saw him speak with conviction up there, it's important to him. And sometimes you have to be able to be unafraid of what the future holds for you, be able to push through things. And I think he's very capable of that, and I think he's all about that. Yeah, I'm very excited and very excited for him and proud of what he will bring to this to Michigan State, and proud what he will bring to college athletics in general. He truly has a place to stand. You know, when I first came back, you know, I think it was one of the philosophers says, "Give me a place to stand, and I can move the world." And I remember saying that at my press conference, Archimedes, and I think you can say that right now for Alan Howard. He's got a place to stand, and I think he can impact many, many people, and he truly can move the world. I think that's very exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited, and very excited for him, and proud of what he will bring to Michigan State, and proud what he will bring to college athletics in general. He truly has a place to stand. You know, when I first came back, you know, I think it was one of the philosophers says, "Give me a place to stand, and I can move the world." And I remember saying that at my press conference, Archimedes, and I think you can say that right now for Alan Howard. He's got a place to stand, and I think he can impact many, many people, and he truly can move the world.